Some pain doesn't scream. Some pain sits quietly in the back of a classroom, in the corner of a lunchroom, in the silence after laughter that wasn't meant to be funny. And that's where Malik lived. Malik was 16 years old, tall, quiet, dark-skinned. The kind of kid teachers described as polite because he didn't talk much. But what they didn't understand was that Malik wasn't quiet because he was shy. He was quiet because he learned early that every time he spoke, someone would try to make him feel small. Malik went to a school where he was one of the only black students. And in that school, racism didn't always come wearing a hood. Sometimes it wore a hoodie. Sometimes it wore a football jersey. Sometimes it wore a smile. It started small. A boy named Tanner would whisper things when Malik walked by. "Bro, why you walk like that? Why your hair like a sponge? Yo, don't touch him, you'll catch something." And then the other kids would laugh. Not because it was funny, but because laughter is what people use when they're scared to stand alone. Malik never fought back. He didn't argue. He didn't shout. He just kept walking. Because Malik had promised his mother something when he was 13. After his father left, after the nights where their apartment got so cold they slept in the same bed for warmth, his mother had looked him dead in the eyes and said, "Baby, you're going to be judged your whole life. Don't give them a reason to call you dangerous." So Malik swallowed his anger like a pill every day, even when it burned. But bullying doesn't stop when you stay quiet. It grows. It gets bolder, like a fire that learns nobody is coming to put it out. One Thursday afternoon, Malik walked into the cafeteria holding a tray. He had a peanut butter sandwich, an apple, and a small carton of milk. He sat down alone, like he always did. But that day, Tanner didn't just talk. That day, he performed. He walked up with 3 friends behind him, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Look, y'all," Tanner said, pointing, "it's the black kid lunch special." And the table erupted with laughter. Then Tanner grabbed Malik's milk carton and poured it over Malik's head. Milk dripped down his hair, down his face, down his shirt. The cafeteria went silent for half a second, then exploded. Not in outrage, in laughter. Malik sat there frozen, his hands clenched into fists so tight his nails dug into his palms. And in that moment, something inside him snapped. Not into violence, but into something worse. Humiliation. The kind that makes you feel like your soul is leaving your body just to escape the room. Malik stood up slowly, his clothes soaked. His eyes looked older than 16, and he whispered something to himself that he had never said out loud before. "I hate being black." The words tasted like poison, and Malik broke. He cried the way kids cry when they've been strong for too long. Not loud, not dramatic, just silent tears and shaking shoulders. The next morning, Malik didn't go to school. His mother found him sitting on the edge of his bed, staring at the floor. And when she asked what was wrong, Malik finally told her. Everything. The whispers, the jokes, the milk, the laughter. His mother listened. She didn't interrupt. She didn't rush him. She just held his hand. And when he finished, she took a deep breath and said something Malik would never forget. "Baby, the world has tried to make you ashamed of your skin for centuries, but your skin is not your curse." She leaned closer. "It's your proof." That Monday, Malik returned to school, and something was different. Not in the school, in him. He walked through the hallways with the same face, same calm, but this time, he wasn't shrinking. He was standing. At lunch, Malik sat down alone again, but he didn't look at the floor. He looked straight ahead. Tanner walked in. He saw Malik and smirked. He started walking toward him until something happened. A girl stood up. Her name was Olivia. She was quiet too, the kind quiet people ignored. But she stepped right in front of Tanner and she said loud enough for the whole cafeteria, "You're not doing that again." Tanner laughed. "What, you're gonna cry about it?" Olivia didn't blink. "No," she said, "I'm going to report you, and if nobody does anything, I'll post the video I recorded last time." The cafeteria went dead silent. Tanner's face changed because bullies don't fear strength, they fear exposure. Then something even more shocking happened. 2 other students stood up, then another, and suddenly Malik wasn't alone anymore. Not because everyone suddenly became good people, but because someone finally gave them permission to be brave. Tanner backed away, and Malik sat there stunned. He didn't smile, he didn't celebrate. He just sat there with his hands folded, trying to understand what it felt like to be defended. Later that day, Malik walked into the bathroom, and for the first time in months, he looked in the mirror without flinching. His skin wasn't a target. His skin was history. His skin was survival. His skin was the reason his ancestors made it through chains and fire and hate so he could stand here today. And Malik realized something. Racism doesn't just hurt you because it's cruel. It hurts you because it tries to convince you that you deserve it, that you are less, that you are wrong. But healing begins the moment you reject that lie. Because Malik didn't win by fighting Tanner. He won by refusing to hate himself. And that is the kind of victory that no bully can ever take away.